Hi Leo, welcome to your fortnightly check-in with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Leo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help us all on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So, as many of you know, I am a Leo ascendant, so this is for me too. And also, remember, there's no astrology in these, so check them out for your sun, your moon and your ascendant so that you can find out which part of you I, as a reader, resonate most with. All right, so for our cross purposes over this next fortnight, what is potentially getting in our way of achieving, having, or creating the things that we are wanting to in our lives? And for this fortnight we have the Faith card. So this is actually the Hierophant card. Very interesting as well, because Cancer had this same card from a different deck, obviously in the same position. And what I said to them was, this is about bureaucracy, it's about red tape. This could be a larger institution in some way, shape or form is kind of getting in your way, stepping on your toes, trying to squash your dreams. It could be an authority figure, and it may also be as well potentially that you come up against some kind of religious red tape. It's almost like, let's say you want to put on an event of some sort and like a religious group says, no, we can't have that in this space because we use it on this day for this, this and this. Do you see what I mean? It's like some kind of red tape that's, the macrocosmic cross purposes. This is the stuff that's outside of our control. Whereas the microcosmic purposes, cross purposes, this is the stuff that kind of comes from within, right? And for this, where is it that we might be getting in our own way this fortnight? We've got the Nine of Wands. Okay, so the easiest way to talk about this is, this could be some old hurt, some old wound, some old hang up that you have, right? That actually stops you from moving forward in some way, shape or form when it comes to religion and spirituality, or potentially when it comes to working with, alongside or aligning with bigger or larger institutions. Let's say you really want to become, whatever it is, but in order to do that, you have to go back to school and study. Let's say, maybe school was a really bad experience for you. Maybe college or university was a really bad experience for you. But right? Like, unless I get over this, I'm not going to be able to achieve this thing that I'm trying to do or I want to do in my life. So it will be interesting to see how this shapes up for all of us in some way. I know what this is for me straight away. I was doing like, yeah, okay, here we go. For your actions and interactions with the world at large, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. You are moving forward though, right? Albeit slowly with the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Giving birth to something here, and potentially there is travel. It looks like a lot of you are on your travels for some kind of holiday. Maybe you're getting out and about over this fortnight. I love this for you. The Ace of Pentacles suggests, the Ace of Wands suggests that whatever travel you're doing, it's for pleasure. The Ace of Pentacles suggests that there is potentially some kind of business endeavor or possibility that shapes up from this travel. So it's like, while you're going just for fun, it could actually yield some really amazing results in other ways. So I really like that for you. The other thing in terms of your actions, this is a lot of fresh starts. Something new begins here. Over this fortnight, there is a new energy that kind of takes hold, and you are all about it, right? You're jumping in. Like, I love it. For our career and communications, we've got this. Okay, so we've got the Five of Pentacles with the Devil card. Okay, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so the first thing that I want to say across the career, be very mindful of the offers that you accept over this fortnight. Not all of them are genuine. I'm just going to tell you straight up, right? I'm going to call a spade a spade. And it's not even so much that they're like not genuine from the viewpoint of someone wants to screw you over. That's a part of it, and it is a possibility. It could, however, it could be that somebody wants something from you that maybe you don't have to give, or maybe you don't want to give. This could be your time, it could be your resources, it could be your money, it could be your networks, it could, you know, whatever it might be. So just be very mindful of this fortnight. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, there's a potential here that you end up paying through the nose for whatever it is that you're going to study, right? So there could be a part of you that's like, I really want to do this, I really want to go down this road, and maybe the barrier that's thrown up in front of you is a financial one. Very possible. It could also be that you have some kind of what's the word that I'm looking for? Some kind of release from an old, it's like some kind of release from an old ideology that helps you kind of move beyond this and say, actually, this is going to be, you know, maybe this is the only way that I can achieve, you know, this goal, this status, this job, whatever it might be. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, when is a gift not a gift? This is one of those times where it's like, oh, you know, we're promoting you. Okay, yay, wow, but we can't give you a pay rise. Hang on a sec, that sounds like you just want to give me more work. That's not a promotion, right? Unless it comes with a pay rise, it's really not a promotion. Watch out for that. The other thing as well, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to palm the stuff that nobody else wants to or will do off onto you, and they try to dress it up as like, oh, you know, we're giving you more responsibility. Bitch, please, you're just trying to give me all the shit that nobody else wants to do. It's a no from me. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, just be very mindful of it, like, especially where work connections already exist. This could be that somebody wants access to the networks that you already have. And I gotta be honest, with that Five of Pentacles and the Devil card, especially if they're saying like, oh, you know, this is going to be good for all of us, you know, I can make this happen, and I would be very, very careful, all right, about accepting this. Just, yeah. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, again, this could be maybe a family member hits you up and says, oh, you know, we want to go away for a weekend. Is there any chance that you could watch the kids, or can you house sit or whatever? And like, you get there and the place is an absolute tip, and so you have to spend the whole fortnight sort of, well, not fortnight, but you know what I mean, the whole time that you're there, maybe you have to spend it cleaning or whatever the case might be. Just, there's an offer here that is, it's not, you know, it's like it will be presented as and when you get there it's going to be like you see what I mean? For your heart and half, you have, or your love and relations, you have the Eight of Swords, okay, with the Eight of Cups, okay. So you got the two eights here. Two eights represents new knowledge, new information. For a lot of you, so if you're single, you're absolutely meeting someone over this fortnight. I got to be honest with you though, there's almost a sense here that you want more from this connection than may be possible at the time. Let's say you meet somebody while you're on your travels and you fall absolutely, you know, arse over tit in love with them. And it's like, okay, but actually we live half the world away from each other. How are we going to make this work? It is possible, because you've got the Eight of Cups here with the Four of Wands. So for a select few of you, you could meet somebody that does live very far away from you. Maybe you meet in some international city. You have an absolute blast. It feels amazing. And you keep in touch from here on in. And I got to say, because the Eight of Swords is a card of being in it for the long haul, there is a potential that this person is kind of in your world for a time to come. You know, how viable it is, well, only time will tell, but really interesting. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is you and your significant other moving beyond a problem or an issue that you've had. For some of you, this will be about forgiveness. For others, this will be about forgetting. You know, whichever one it is for you, you will know. For your money and materials, you've got the Seven of Cups. No big purchases this fortnight, especially if it comes to one that is going to be like a subscription of some sort. You know, and then you've got the Nine of Cups. Okay, so I like this, right? I really like this, because the Seven of Cups is basically saying no big purchases. But when it comes to a contractual matter, especially as it relates to finances and home, this is actually some very welcome news. That Seven of Cups, though, if you are signing a contract over this next fortnight, I want you to be really clear on what your stipulations are, right? This is the thing, when we sign contracts with companies, with big institutions, etc., we often get so intimidated and we forget, yes, okay, maybe this means that I'm under contract, but you are under contract as well. And these are the things that I want in place if I'm going to put my name to something. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this could be a rededication or recommitment to some kind of health regime. So love that. I think that's a good thing. I will say for a lot of you, it looks like this next fortnight, a lot of you are going to be doing a hell of a lot of drinking. So just something to be aware and mindful of, all right, when it comes to your home and environment. I mean, for a lot of you, like I said, I think you'll be traveling, and it does look like there are contract negotiations and or renewals going on around the home. Just remember what I said. You get to choose as well. It's not just a case of, well, we have you under contract. It's like, yeah, bitch, I got you under contract as well. Excuse my language. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic fortnight. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. And if you are traveling over this fortnight, have a bloody good time. Take care, and I'll see you soon.